Next in New Video Game Day, one of my favorite days of the year is New Video Game System Day. In the summer of 2023, Nintendo announced a ton of great games. They also announced a special Mario Red edition of the Nintendo Switch OLED. And as soon as we could, we actually pre-ordered one, and today is the day that it is actually here in our hands. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at this. It's a standard Switch OLED with some Mario theming, but we're going to see how it comes out of the box. We're going to take a look at some of the finer details that are included in this, and we're going to walk you through the setup process. Let's get started. So here we do have our Mario Edition Switch OLED. As you can see here, it does have the little Mario icon down on the bottom here, Nintendo Switch OLED model. And then one thing of note here is you see the 4. I must have only been the 4th person in line at our local GameStop who actually pre-ordered one of these. You can see the artwork and everything on the front. Now one thing of note too is this is the same smaller size box that the OLED came with versus what the original one came with. The original one, the artwork was like this and a little bit wider here too. This is a little bit smaller, more compact, more vertical in shape too. You've just got the Switch logo there where you have the console Joy-Cons, the Joy-Con leashes, HDMI cable, your dock, the Joy-Con grip, and an AC adapter. And then on back it does walk you through the fact that you do have the tabletop mode, the 2 red Joy-Cons, along with TV mode. You do have the Mario themed dock and handheld mode too. Nintendo logo, Switch OLED model right there, or logo right there. So let's take a look here at the system itself. And as we've kind of gotten used to seeing, there are the Joy-Cons up top. There's the right and the left. Now, nothing special about these except for the fact that they are the red color. There's no Mario or theming or anything like that I can tell on these guys. Here is the system itself. And then we will pull it out of the plastic here in a second. Do like that red. That red is really sharp, and I like the way the logo pops there too. And then that tray can come out. We're not going to pull all this stuff up because a lot of this is same old, same old. So about a 3 to 4 foot HDMI cable. We have our AC adapter for the dock itself. We have the Joy-Con grip, which I'm interested to see if it is red or not. No, the same old, same Joy-Con grip we've had for years with the Switch. So kind of bummed to see that a little bit. I was kind of hoping that would be Mario Red too. And then we do have the Joy-Con leashes right here. Look to be a little bit more robust rope on there than what we've seen in some of the other ones. And like I said, I'm just going to throw this back in here for now. The HDMI cable for now. And then here is the dock. Nothing below the dock. Man, what's up, dock? Kind of move that over there. I'll pull this out. And there you can see the little Mario icon there. We're going to pop the back open. But the other subtle piece of Mario theming is you do get the coins in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I wonder why they went with 19 coins. Seems like an odd number. Again, this is designed after the OLED model, so it does have that Ethernet port instead of having a secondary USB port. USB ports are on that side there, and you do have 2 of them. I do like the two-tone, the black and the red here. I do like the overall look of that. And then taking a look at the face of it, you do have the Switch logo here. I do kind of wish that it had that white lettering on it versus just kind of being like inset in. They could have done more with that. And also I wish some of this theming here was on the front as well. Like even if Mario was where the power indicator was, I would like that. Now, one thing about the Switch OLED is it still does not have a ton of onboard storage. The wonderful thing is the fact that it does have a micro SD card slot, and that goes right there. Now, I actually stopped off at Best Buy tonight, and they had a deal for a 512 gig card. As a My Best Buy Pro member, I got this for 35 bucks. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to just slice that open real quick and then put it into our system. There we go. and I will never use this with the system, so I'll actually use this with my DSLR camera to go ahead and use for that. And then for this, all that we have to do is take this, come here you, slide it in, right like so, and that is good to go. Now, another thing too, this over the original Switch, this kickstand is so much better. It's infinitely adjustable, so I mean, you can pretty much put it at just about any angle. It provides more support versus just having, you know, that little area of a kickstand. I've always really liked this. Now on the top of the unit itself, you have your power key, volume up and down, a fan port to go ahead, basically and act as an exhaust. You have a 3.5mm headphone jack, and the slot for any cartridges that you would want to use is right there. Take a look at the Joy-Cons now. One thing I just noticed is it does have the SL and SR buttons are also red, which is nice. This also has a bit of a texturing to it. It's not as smooth as the front side is. The back definitely feels textured. So I'll slide that one on there. Same thing with this. This one feels more textured as well, so that's nice. And that's essentially what the system looks like all put together and assembled with all the pieces. You know, I think this is an attractive looking system like this. Now, my other OLED that I have is, I call it the Stormtrooper White. It's all white, and I do like that as well. This I think really, really pops. Let's hit the power key. And we'll just go through some basic setup real quick here before we wrap things up. Let's take a look and see if there's an update to download. Let's see, we are in the Chicago time zone. Connect to a TV later. And I'll walk you through disconnecting the Joy-Cons. Oh, as I hit the power button. Alright, alright, I already know that. Detaching, watch through tabletop mode. A user will be added. We'll import from another console. Link my Nintendo account. And it does present me with a QR code to log in, so I'm going to grab my phone real quick and do that off screen. That sure looks like me right there, so we're going to hit OK. Now we're going to import in our profile. User's been added to the console. Enable save, we will enable. Or maybe we'll do that later. We'll skip adding additional users. Don't need parental controls. Setup is complete. System update is required to use the micro SD memory card. So we will perform system update. Good to know. Kind of interesting that that's needed. So we'll go ahead and restart. All right, we're already back up, so we're going to hit start. I hate this myself, so we're going to show you how to disable that. And I'm going to show you how to change the colors too. So we're going to go into system settings and make a few changes here. So screen lock, lock and sleep mode. Let's see, lock the console so that the same button must be pressed 3 times. I'm turning that off. I hate that. All right, so we're good there. Themes, basic black, thank you. And then we want to make sure that we come down here to Pro Wired Communication. We need to turn that, see, NFC function I cannot be used when a controller used. Okay. TV sizes, resolution, we want automatic. Just screen size will take care of that when we actually connect to a TV later on. Match TV power state. So basically, if you turn the TV off, turns the system off. And then system update, this is on version 16.1.0. There's a firmware update function for the dock. I never realized that. That's interesting. Console battery percentage, I want that on. Console sound, you can do either stereo or mono. Now that is one thing I will say too about the Switch OLED that does not get enough praise. The built-in speakers, so much better than the original Switches or even the Switch Lite. Let's see, anything else? USB keyboard, console screen colors, vivid, standard, no, we'll do vivid. Display colors, no, we don't need that. So we do have our system pretty much ready to go. As you can see here, it does have 54.9 gigs of onboard storage out of the 64 that comes loaded with. So uses about 9.1 gigs just for system data, but we have 477 gigs of micro SD card data right there. So yeah, that is a good thing. Manage software, there is no software. Transfer your save data. Okay, so there's that. So there you have it. You know, the main reason for me that I wanted this, I just wanted a Mario themed Switch. It doesn't give me any other benefits or features that I didn't already have on my other Switch or Switch OLED. The one thing I do wish, again, like I mentioned, is that I do wish that, you know, the Mario theming here and then the coins back behind there, I wish there was something more on the face of it and more on the system itself. Like even having, you know, Mario or some icons or something on the Joy-Cons or on the back or something along those lines would have been much nicer to really personalize it a little bit more. Ooh, only 38% battery. We will need to charge that. But let's go ahead. It's time for some final thoughts. So there you have it, our quick, kind of dirty, kind of simple, kind of basic unboxing of the Super Mario Edition Switch OLED. And like, I do wish that there was more theming about it. I wish that there was something beyond just the color that made this stand out and be a little bit more special. But I gotta say, I do really like this. This will probably replace my standard Switch that I have upstairs in our living room. Right here, actually we have playing behind me. This is my original Switch OLED. So my original Switch, probably gonna get retired at this point. I love the screen on this. Even though I don't play in handheld a whole lot, this is something I really, really do appreciate. And the fact that these feel a little bit more textured now, the Joy-Cons, they feel a little bit more textured now. I think they're less slippery. It still has fantastic audio on it, same as the other Switch OLEDs that we have too. I like the dock a lot. And one of the cool things is that this will work with other docks. So for example, I'm gonna pull out my original Switch OLED here and we're gonna put it in this dock. And I'm gonna just take this one and dock it in the dock for my original Switch. We'll give it just a moment and we'll see it pop up here in just a moment. There we go, and it is ready for us to throw some games in, download some of our other titles that we already have purchased, and more. Let me know what you think of this down in the comments. It's one of those where, again, I'm a big Mario fan myself, so the fact that they finally came out with a Mario Edition Switch OLED, for me, yes, I know the Switch 2 or whatever is probably going to come late 2024, so I'll be buying yet another Nintendo console probably within the next 12 to 18 months. But this is something I really wanted for my family, quite honestly. My youngest has gotten to be a huge Mario fan, especially since the movie. I clearly am. My oldest daughter is. And this is something now that I think, again, we can all enjoy together. Let me know down in the comments, do you have a Switch? An original, an OLED, a special edition like, you know, the Animal Crossing one, the Zelda one? Did you pick up one of these? Or do you have a Switch Lite? And if you've got a Lite, what color? Again, let us know down in the comment section. Now, if you do want to check out some of our other videos that we've done on the Nintendo Switch and Switch OLED, how about a compilation video where we showed a number of different third-party docks that work with the Nintendo Switch and the Switch OLED? I'll have that for you on screen right here for you to check out. I'm sure you'll find something here you'll like.